Good morning, investors. Stockmaster Talk here, taking you through APRO, the Allegiant Professional Business Services Incorporated. Last trading day was Friday, June 21st. Saw a previous close of 0.0024, and we have not traded a share since Friday. We did not make any volume, which means we did not see a change in share price. APRO was kind of a quiet stock here, but over the last few days, we've seen some shares coming in, and that makes us think that it's starting to wake up a little bit here. That's why it popped up on my radar. I'm really excited about this. A lot of our indicators are falling into line, making this one really stand out as a potentially powerful play. Let's get started with our 14-day RSI. It's at 50, and the 5-day is at 55.55. Now, I'd like to point out that we were severely oversold here on the RSI for quite some time. We did recover off of that, cross over the 30, the 50, and then you saw that 5-day cross over the 14-day. Pretty much back to back to back. All those things lined up, making our RSI indicator extremely bullish, and that's really going to help it stand out in a lot of investors' scans. It's going to start getting really popular. I think Monday is going to be a really big day for APRO. Moving on down to our dailies, it's a little complicated looking. It's not the prettiest looking chart, but I'll do my best to walk you through it here. We do have support at the 200-day moving average. We were resting on that on Thursday. It's at 0.002. We have resistance at 0.0024. We've been kind of hanging on to that for quite some time, a couple months at least. After that, I should say, we do have up here at 0.0029. I would say, yeah, right around 0.0029. 003 would be a good spot. We will have some resistance up there as well. Both of those not too bad. And that next resistance line, once we break through this first one, I don't suspect it's going to be too hard to reach that 0.003, which is already some pretty decent gains off of this stock. If that's the minimum we do, I'd be happy with that as well. Although I do think we could come all the way up and touch 0.0035, as that's where we were at in February. Interesting thing to point out here is that we have had these moments of extreme attention, and we do have all this volume coming in little bursts here, and those bursts tend to ride it up like this. Lots of gains are made, and then they kind of sell out a little bit here. What's interesting to me is that we did have these days in February where we saw all this buying action. All these people bought in this 0.003 mark, and then we haven't seen a lot of selling since then. In fact, we've seen more loading. And if you come down and look at your accumulation chart, you can see that that is entirely the fact. You can watch it here in correlation with our volume chart, how on February 12th, the mid to late February, we saw this accumulation, and that's right where we spiked up on our accumulation charts right here. That has not gone down at all, leading me to assume that we have all these investors holding on to these shares in that 0.003 range. They're not going to want to let go until we at least get up to that area, and that would be breaking even. They don't want to do that. They'd like to see some gains. So while people are continuing to load up on this, we have the longer term investors who are really expecting this to continue to grow, and that's going to be a very powerful aspect of this play. Very excited about that. Very much looking forward to that action on Monday. MACD, you probably got a glimpse of it already. It is looking really good. We did bounce off of this little low point right here after some steady climbing. We crossed over back in May. It was kind of a little way early signal, kind of hard to play off of that one. But we are expecting to cross back over this on Monday. If anything is to continue like we have been seeing lately, that is totally looking like it's ready to bounce off. We do have our histogram making this nice uptrend right here, which is an incredibly good indicator. Really looking forward to seeing that continue. Accumulation I've already touched on. That makes me really excited. We have all these investors involved and all these shares already being held onto, and that's always a good sign. Down here, we are looking at our Chaikin money flow. It's real good. We haven't been underneath that zero in quite a while. Nice and strong. We are at 0.766. That's a good place to be. I'm very happy with that. PPO is acting a lot like our MACD. We are approaching the signal line and continuing to move up towards that zero line, making that extremely bullish as well. Now, we do have our ADX line showing us that we are in a downtrend. That negative DI is above the positive DI. However, you can see that they are beginning to converge, as in the positive DI has gone down while the negative DI, let me rephrase that, the negative DI has gone down while the positive DI has gone up, and we have had the ADX line itself beginning to downtrend, letting us know that this downtrend, this negative DI is beginning to weaken, and that should allow the positive DI to really make its move, and it's all about the energies here. It's really just going to be about how we can manipulate this energy into switching this trend around. ROC 12-day is at 0 exactly. Make of that what you will. It's not too bad. Gives us a lot of room to move. CCI 20-day is on the climb. It's at 39.22. Just broke over that zero. That's a really good sign as well. And one last indicator, my tricks here, 15-day. Pretty excited about this. Did just cross over its signal line, and we are pretty close to that zero line. So I'd say that's a bullish indicator there, and a potential bullish indicator coming up in the near future. All we need is a good day on Monday, which I think we could get, considering we have seen all this increased awareness as indicated by the shares coming in these last few days. That's always looking good. Love to see that continue on, and I think Monday is going to be a pretty awesome day. If you want to talk to us about this stock at all, you can find us over on GoldMedalPennyStocks.com. We also like to hang out on iHub on the Gold Medal Penny Stocks board. Please leave your comments, questions down below in the comment section. Be happy to look through them or just talk with you. Please like the video, subscribe, and good luck on the markets. Thanks for watching.